fingers burnt. Harry and Meghan hope in tatters, but Netflix got costliest loss, Mill accounts cancelled. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Netflix stream was ripped apart by a commentator, who claimed the couple had so far just delivered the world's most expensive press release. The couple made the landmark decision last year to leave their royal life behind and set up home across to the pond in a bid to live a financially independent life away from the monarchy. Since then they have spent a fortune on a host of new luxuries, such as a mansion in Montecito, an exclusive beachside neighborhood around 2 hours' drive north of Los Angeles. While they have managed to secure a string of lucrative deals with platforms such as Netflix and Spotify, Harry spoke out in March to Oprah Winfrey about how he was financially cut off from his family. But commentators are questioning how happy bosses at the Netflix and Spotify could be after only a handful of content plans had been confirmed. It's also reported that Prince Harry is set to return to the UK. With a film crew in tow. The 36-year-old is due to spend a weekend in Nottinghamshire at the end of the year, to lead planning for next year's Military Veterans Invictus Games in Holland. But while he is likely to leave behind his wife, Meghan, 40, and their children, Archie, 2, and baby Lilibet, in their £11 million Montecito mansion, the Duke of Sussex will not be travelling alone. Daniela Elser, who ripped apart the deal in a scathing piece for news.au.com. She wrote in June, while on one hand TV and feature-length projects take years to get to the screen, on the other, what has Netflix really gotten so far for their estimated $133 million investment in the Duke and Duchess? Sure, their signing was a huge publicity coup, but so far all the streaming giant has gotten for their 9-figure financial commitment is essentially the world's most expensive press release. Harry and Meghan have a lot to prove, and fast, because they are fighting against the clock here. Sources said Harry will be flanked by a small film crew when UK return as he addresses participants at Stanford Hall, the Army's rehabilitation center for wounded soldiers. The crew, employed by Archie Productions, will be filming as part of a £100 million deal struck last year between Netflix and the Sussex's Archie Foundation, to produce Heart of Invictus, a documentary on the Games. The two Netflix projects include one by Meghan, who will be producing an animated series called Pearl. Meanwhile, Harry's contribution will include a documentary on the Invictus Games, the sports competition for wounded ex-servicemen and women. Prince Harry has severed all official ties to Britain's military with his decision to quit royal duties. But the veteran, who served 2 tours in Afghanistan, remains passionate about the Invictus Games, which he established in 2013 after witnessing the US's similar Warrior Games for veterans with physical and mental disabilities. But as the deal was signed nearly a year ago, Ms. Elser argued that Netflix could be expecting a bit more from their more than £100 million investment in the couple. She added, when the novelty and the luster of working with members of the royal family wears off, if they don't have streaming counts or a clutch of awards to show for themselves, then will their contracts be renewed? Essentially, they will have a brief window to prove they are worth the hundreds of millions that corporate behemoths have bet on them. No pressure now or anything. The fact is, even billion-dollar companies can't afford to keep plowing truckloads of cash into 2 very, very famous contractors if they do not prove to be a sound investment. Similar scrutiny was placed on the couple's Spotify deal by Eric Schiffer, chairman of Reputation Management Consultants. He told Newsweek last year that the deal would be based upon performance kickers, but admitted that while the contract was great for them, it was terrible for the monarchy because they are choosing to sell it at fire sale prices.